Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel The Trading Game, the channel where you get all the stock market related information, news and financial education. In this video, we'll be talking about BPCL. We'll be doing the thorough analysis of this particular stock, which has jumped a lot today and yesterday. So we'll be looking into this stock in detail. Before that, as usual, let's look into today's market update, what happened in the market today. And before going ahead, my humble request to all the new users here, please do subscribe the channel so that it gives me some motivation to do further good videos. Okay, so with that, let's look into Nifty update. As you can see here, Nifty is up today 160 plus points at 1.51 percentage. You can see yesterday it was the closed price was 10,739 and it almost opened flat today with just 13 points on the upside. From there, it made just a 3 points low from that open, so that was a good indication that the market will fly high. And you can see that market made a high of 10,933 in the last minute of the market, and it closed at 10,901. So wherein it was a very big move for this particular index and for the market overall, because Nifty was lagging behind compared to Bank Nifty in the last few days, and that looks like it is coping up now. And coming to Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty is up almost 370 points from yesterday's closure, which is 21,597, and today it closed at 21,966, and it made 1.7 percentage higher. And the good part out of this particular today's move in the Bank Nifty is it touched that 22,065. It made a high of 22,065. But if you are a new user here, in the last couple or like last week sometime, I had made a video on this Bank Nifty levels, wherein we gave the resistance for this particular index at 22,080. However, it respected today, and probably if there is any gap up opening above that 22,080, then probably market might fly higher. But as of now, it respected that level, and it has closed below 22,000, which is not that good, but probably a gap up on Monday will help us in looking higher. With that, let's look into the top gainers and losers of the day, wherein we can see BPCL first in the list, which gained almost more than 12.5 percentage, and similarly HPCL gained a 6.7 percentage, and Muthoot Finance gained a 6.3 percentage, and Voltas was just around that 5 percentage mark, and Apollo Hospital gained 4.3 percentage. Coming to the loser section, there were not much losers, and as you can see here, the highest loser was Hindalco, wherein it lost a 2.3 percentage, and all others were kind of less than 2 percentage. Especially Hexaware, TCS were around 1.5 percentage, both IT stocks, and Ujjivan closed at 1.3 percentage, and PVR is almost at flat, which just lost around that 1 percentage mark. Okay, so with that, let's look into this BPCL. So we'll be looking into the stock in detail. So we'll be directly going to the chart. So as you can see here, we are into daily chart of BPCL, and I have applied 58 EMA. And for the new people who are asking why 58 EMA, so in our channel here, generally I recommend that, or it is based on my experience, that there is no particular indicator which works good on all the stocks, but definitely there will be one or the other indicator which works on every stock. So it is our being a intraday trader, it is our responsibility to find out that. And in this channel, I'm just trying to help you out in finding those particular indicators. And as per that policy, like BPCL is having that bonding with 58 EMA. So as you can see, this is the line 58 EMA line, and I have applied it. So before that, I just look into the history, how exactly it has behaved with that 58 EMA line. Okay, and one more thing I want to make clear, that when we say that some indicator is certainly following that, it doesn't mean that accurately it should follow that. We should be using our common sense wherever possible. I mean, in fact, in all the cases, but at least when we are in market, it is of utmost important, because some might say that it is hitting here and it again coming back. So it is not that. So we need to use some other kind of our mind game or the psychology, how exactly the market behaves. So here we are in 2019 August September timeframe, wherein the market was trading below. So we will just analyze this from the last 1 year. So from here, from the bottom, it just crossed this line, and you can see continuously it is going up. And before that, it again tried to come touch that, but it was a failure, and it went again higher. So after that, you can see here it tried to cross this on the downside, but it was a failure. But from there again for a week or so it consolidated, and it again gave the indication that it is go down. But what you can see here, whatever the big candle formed here, it was a failure. I mean, the next day was a failure, that it didn't cross the day low of that particular candle. So that was the indication that it is not yet ready for the fall. So these are the minute things which we need to be especially look into being as a trader or an investor, because there is nothing like 100% or something will work on something. So we need to look into these kind of aspects if you want to be a successful trader. So now after this, it was a failure here, and then it tried to cross that on the opposite side, and you can see here, this was a consolidation area. When they made this particular candle, it didn't broke the high of that, and you can see that once it crossed on the downside, it was a failure, and from there, it tried to retest that for going upside, but it didn't. And from there you can see that for some time it was kind of it was trading in this flat area, which is almost like a say 5-6 percentage. So there was like a very huge consolidation in here for at least 2 weeks. But once you see this, it tried to cross this, but it was a failure. But along with this failure, the fall started for this stock. So here you can see there was a big candle, and it respected that. I mean, the low was almost broken, but again it tried to cross that, but it was a failure during that February mark. And you can see the stock continuously fell on the negative side. So there was a big fall here, and in the mid April or April month end, it tried crossing that, but it again got failed. But you can see here, once it again tried crossing that, and here, so the same whatever the support resistance was there earlier, it became support here, and you can see here, once it crossed, it again retested this, and after retesting that particular thing, it was in a big consolidation for this time frame. And yesterday it gave a clear indication that it is going to go up, and today was a continuation of yesterday's rally, wherein the stock moved almost more than 12%, which is very big for this stock. So coming ahead, I mean, going ahead, the next question is where exactly we will see this stock next. So what will be our target, or which side will be seeing the stock? So as per me, so the immediate resistance for this stock for me will be around this 450. That is not far away. So, but I personally think that it is going to be broken very easily on Monday. So the actual immediate resistance for this stock for me is around this 510 levels. So I am thinking that it is going to break this in the next 1 week or so. I'm not seeing anything for this stock in the negative direction, in the downward direction. So as per me, the next target for this stock is around 500 to 510 levels. And for me, the support will be shifting to today's low, whichever is around 395. So I don't think anytime soon it will be testing that 395 400 levels. So for me, I'm looking for the target for this stock around 500 510 rupees, which might be easily possible in the next week or so. Okay, so with that, let me conclude the video. And before that, humble request to the new people here, please do subscribe the channel if you are new here, and please hit that like button. And in fact, if you want any of the other stocks to be analyzed, please let me know in the comment section below, so that I will try to make a video on that particular stock, so that it will be helpful for the broader audience. With that, let me conclude the video. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.